This is our Audi B9 S4, which is a 3-litre TFSI engine, the same as the S5 and the SQ5. From our Revo Performance Pack, we're seeing peak figures of 485 horsepower and 470 foot-pounds of torque. Let's take a deeper look at our hardware and software solutions for this vehicle.
Over the last few years, we've been currently upgrading all our design processes and equipment within the hardware side of the business. This has included new 3D scanning equipment, new 3D printing technology, as well as upgrading all our latest 3D CAD software as well. What this has enabled us to do is hone in and more on the design process, the quality of the products, the parts, the fitment, and also the actual design. The 3-litre TFSI platform has been no exception. Every part has been designed in-house with the new processes. This meant better fitment, quality and overall performance of the parts we've been designing. Starting with our intercooler, we went with the tried and tested bar and plate design for the core, compared to the OE tube and fin design. The reason we did this is the internal intake temperatures that we find by using this type of core are far lower than the tube and fin design from the OE. We actually went with a 4-fin design for the new intercooler for this. The reason being is we were able to actually increase the overall volume of air going through the intercooler by using the entire end tank, as opposed to the air just trying to find its fastest route through just the base of the cooler. By doing this, we have cast end tanks to be able to work with the bar and plate core. We end up with a 90% overall core volume increase and 140% increase in overall surface area. This led to intake temperatures being reduced by over 47 degrees compared to the OE cooler. During testing, we found the last piece of restriction we could find was within the OE intercooler pipework itself. We decided to make our own throttle and charge pipe kit to remove these last bits of restrictions to help with the overall performance pack. Our kit has stepped silicone hoses to reduce any sort of turbulent flow, as well as aluminium hard pipes to connect to the silicone hoses for a much smoother flow. One of the main points of restriction we found within the OE system in early days of testing was actually within the intake system. The reason being is, whilst the airbox is very efficient for an OE car for its OE standard and level of tuning, the same airbox is actually used across the 2-litre and 3-litre platform. Whilst that's fine at that stage, as soon as we start putting extra power through, we realised we needed a lot more air intake volume. With the new carbon intake design, we increased the overall outlet size by 41%. This has given us a huge increase in terms of airflow through to the turbo, giving us unlimited potential within the tuning. For the SQ5 variant with the 3-litre TFSI platform, the airbox actually changed compared to the S4 S5. Therefore, we were unable to use the current design of the carbon lid we made for the S4 S5 variant. Instead, we designed our OEM Plus intake kit for the SQ5. This means a new silicone hose removing the restrictive plastic corrugated tube that runs to the turbo from OE, and removing the OE paper filter for one of our 3-stage high-flow foam versions instead. Power is nothing without control, and so we set about creating for the S4 S5 platform our 380mm 6-pot brake caliper kit designed alongside Alcon. To complement this, we also designed our new RFO 2.0 wheel, the 20 by 9-inch flow-formed wheel which comes in very lightweight but very strong for these vehicles. We then wrapped them in Michelin Pilot Sport 4s to make sure we had the ultimate in control for the road. Couple this with some eye-back springs and we had the perfect package.
With our own in-house calibration team, plus access to our own vehicles, it's safe to say we've spent a lot of time and care developing both Stage 1 and 2 for the MG1 3-litre TFSI platform. Alongside large gains in power and torque, we've injected and tweaked a whole host of features into the software itself, such as improved intake air, oil and coolant temperature protection, which can lower the maximum engine torque and maximum engine RPM when anything is too hot or too cold for safe operation. In dynamic mode, the exhaust flaps always stay open, idle speed has been increased to 930 RPM, and impulse combustion, also known as over-invertibles, has been increased. We kept these changes exclusively to dynamic mode, so you can have the other drive modes as a quieter, more casual and refined driving experience. Left foot braking has been fully enabled, so you can use that for either boost building when you're rolling, or you can use it to trail brake out of corners and things like that. Your neighbours will be pleased to know the high rev hold on cold startup has been removed, as when you have a sports car it does get quite noisy. The radiator fan after runtime has been tweaked to ensure the engine bay stays a little bit cooler after some hard driving, for example after the track and your oil temps are a bit warm. We found the stock boost gauge was a little bit unhelpful, so we've rescaled the minimum and maximum boost it displays and also made it react a little bit quicker. The maximum speed limit has been unlocked, great for any track and autobahn fans, and the stop-start defaults to off, but you can always turn it back on if you need it. All our software is developed, flashed, logs driven and dynos by ourselves and our dealers over an intensive calibration period. Our cars aren't just put on a dyno and tuned in a couple hours. We also test our software around the world with over 500 dealers to ensure the vehicle works in every different environmental condition you can put it in.
This is an exciting complete package for the B9 S4 S5 and SQ5, so whether your vehicle is currently standard or whether it's stage 1, there's no better time to get this installed. For more information, visit our website, which is www.onlyrevo.com, where you'll be able to find your closest Revo authorised dealer.